And good evening. Yes, we're back. We're back for our normal Wednesday night flying. This time the planes, I think they sort of went in the wash a bit and have shrunk. Flying tonight down in Grand Cayman, where we got to last time, and flying across to some other Cayman Island. I'll show you a map in a second. But the plane's got slightly smaller. Going to attempt a 75-mile water crossing in the Tomahawk. Yeah, mad, just slightly. Speaking of mad, I'm joined on this adventure by a man with less power than me, if that's possible, over there. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening.
And so what plane are you flying?
I'm flying the Cessna 150 with a whopping 100 brake horsepower.
Yeah, and we're going to take these things over open water. You do realise that, don't you?
Yes, well, what could possibly go wrong, as you would say.
So this is where we got to last time, Owen Roberts International on Grand Cayman. We're going to make the short 75-mile hop over to here, to Little Cayman at Bodden Field, and land there, then take off and do the 11.8 miles over to Cayman Brac, it's like it's called, and over to Captain Charles Kirkconnell International Airport. And then so next time then we will carry on from there. So it was a bit much to get down to Montego Bay from here. It's another 100 and something miles over water, so I think that might have taken a while. So that's the plan, and let me hop on board this little beastie. Right, fuel is on. Pop some electrics on. Mixture can come forward, and let's start it up. Hi guys. Doesn't that sound good? This thing is absolutely awesome, but not as awesome, or GMH, good evening, sorry, as Chris has just been showing around the inside of his plane, which he bought in the sale. And yeah, I think that's going to end up in my life at some point for £17 and 8p, which in bloke maths is free. And he's even got sunglasses he can wear in the plane, and it makes the view out tinted. That's pretty neat, I think. But you haven't got, Chris, you haven't got a shaking keyring on yours, have you?
That's because I don't have a keyring. I don't think keys were invented when this plane was made.
It doesn't have keys, therefore you don't need a keyring. Right, let's taxi. It doesn't get much simpler than this, and yet, yes, that airspeed does say a maximum of 120 knots, and yes, we are going to be going over water, and yes, we are probably slightly mad. Let's turn that volume down a little bit from here. Where am I going? Down there. So yes, I think this is the smallest plane I've got, well, so far anyway, in X-Plane. Huge difference from flying the Zebo, as we have been. Yeah, going 75 miles over water at a walking pace.
Approaching 8.
Yeah, a Cessna 152 is like a sports car compared to this. But again, this thing is just so well detailed.
On runway 8. Flaps.
Yeah, we don't need flaps. We could probably take off and land in the length of the runway we've got down here.
The user's manual for this plane actually says that if there are any obstacles, don't use flaps because you won't be able to get enough speed to climb.
Oh, blimey.
So,
Flaps, flaps hinder your takeoff performance
indeed.
by slowing you down. Oh, wrong way. Thankfully, we've just missed some traffic going out, so there's no traffic landing or taking off about the next 3 hours here. So we're clear of that. I don't know why I'm taxiing all the way down to the end of the runway, but hey ho.
Yeah, it's not like we're going to need all this, is it?
No. you watched a passenger eye view of the final Concorde flight today. That was a shade faster, a little tiny bit faster.
Well, they wouldn't have started up as quickly as us.
No, exactly. There's no FMC setting here. It's electrics on, fuel on, which I did forget first time, and mixture up, engine on. 10 times faster, yeah. But not as economical. Probably just as cosy. It's a long way down here.
It is.
But
Are we there?
yeah, but they didn't have jiggling keys. No, exactly. It's all about the key jiggle. Oh, Chris has got dipsticks on his and everything.
Ooh. Did you go down the other end
I haven't got there yet.
to 26?
No, I haven't gone down. Have I gone the wrong way?
Never mind.
I thought it was 8.
Well, that's what a little nav map's telling me.
It is
That's
8.
where I am.
I've gone to the wrong end. I'm not coming back down that way again.
That's fine. We'll just do a joust or something.
Why didn't... Oh, okay.
Take off on the left-hand side of the runway. We'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Oh, dear. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll take off left of the centre line. Oh, yeah, 26. I thought it was left at 8. Oh, well. Oh, it sounds so nice on tick over.
On runway 26, flaps.
We don't need flaps. Right, so I've got to take off and then turn around. It's heading at 79, that's fine. Okay, let's go. And airborne. Get up in the trees. Right, let's just turn that engine volume down a little tiny bit. Oh, that one. It's one of these. Nope, okay. There we go. Oh, didn't put it back in again.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah. Right. Airborne, doing a whopping about 77 knots. Fuel is on. Right, there's Chris over there. And off we go, flying over Grand Cayman. So here we are. Oh, there we were in FS Cloud. So flying over Grand Cayman and making our way all the way to Little Cayman down here. And then take off from there and fly over to here. Got a lot of water between us and them. I'll set my altitude at 1500 feet. I think that's probably a bit high.
Yeah, it'll take a while to get to 1,500 feet.
Yeah, I'll go 1000 feet. We should get a burst of speed now as well. Oh, the G-force.
Can you handle it? Landing light off, that'll give me about an extra 50 watts, which I can use to move forwards.
A battery-powered fan out the back window. Oh, we're over the 100 knots. Getting used to looking out and seeing a wing directly there. I'm used to flying stuff like yours is with the wing above you.
Yeah. The one problem with this plane is so small that my eye line is above the top of the door.
Alright, so there we go. The airport's still back there. Gaz, thank you very much for the subscription. 10 months. That's awesome. Thank you, sir. It's just so like tiny. Not sure if I want to risk a flight this long in this thing, but I've got a whole 3 hours in this plane. Car peaks off. Air vents closed. I don't want to freeze to death.
I've got 30 degrees outside temperature.
Wow. Evening, gents. Another great start to the stream. Wrong end of the runway. What could go wrong? Well, I thought it was left. It's fine. We didn't crash into each other.
If we had, it would have been at like 7 knots, so it would be fine.
We just got out and walked away. No loose articles on this surface. It's always good to know. I haven't got my seatbelt on. I might fall out.
Oh dear.
Not to fall very far.
Indeed. Just wait till we're over water, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, a bit of a contrast in planes and stuff we've been flying. Yeah, it could have been worse. I've been at the right end, but taken off in the wrong direction. Yeah, well, that would be Chaos's trick. Oh, we're about to overtake you, Chris.
I'm not exactly surprised. There you go.
I'll back it off a little bit. Stay away from the door handle. Well, yeah, I was just looking at the lever here. I can't even open the window. I might suffocate.
I've got my windows open.
Yeah, get you with your windows. I've got a compass and everything. We're still over land.
Oh, the sound is amazing.
It did sound impressive when you started it up. Taco underreads by 100 RPM at max. Well, that's good information. Why not just correct it?
You'd think,
Yeah, rather than print the label out. Key jiggle. That's so cool. Yeah, not a lot of room behind. Baggage, maximum £100. Sea Pilot's operating handbook for load distribution. Well, put it in there, basically. Keep it a little bit far forward if you can, because otherwise it will just sit down like bum.
I've got a little tow bar thing in the back of mine, and I think that's my max weight.
You can only carry the thing that you need to move yourself around with when you land. Not very well planned, but you know. I'm now doing about 90 something knots.
I've got 90 knots indicated.
Woo! I've got a ground speed of 82 because we've got a headwind. 19 knot headwind.
Yeah, pretty vicious headwind. Bastards.
Hopefully those fuel gauges don't move too quickly. Or okay, we did fill up 15 US gallons available. But what if you're not in the US?
Then you got trouble.
Oh crap. Hang on. Slight problem.
What did you do?
I might have turned the fuel off.
Oops.
Oh, okay, we're all good. Oh, no, we're not. Come on.
I think having the windows open may have been slowing me down a bit.
Come on, plane, you can do it.
Oh, you're quite low there.
No, god damn you.
Caution, on taxiway, on taxiway.
You look like you're climbing now.
Yeah, we're all good.
Good.
I actually did touch the ground, but the engine started again. And yeah, now the engine starts when I'm on the ground. I put the fuel pump on. Yeah, don't go anywhere near the fuel cut-off switch. I'm also heading in completely the wrong direction.
No, I think you definitely need this plane then. The fuel cut-off switch is under the seats.
I was only looking at the fuel gauge. I must just flick the cut-off switch.
Oops.
Alright, let's regain some speed. All about the economy, aren't you? Yeah. Cutting the engine off. I wonder what this button does. Oops. Well, no, I was looking at the fuel gauge and the mouse obviously just fell down onto the onto the switch.
A likely story.
Nothing to see here, ladies and gents. Move along. Get back to 1,000 feet again. No, don't stall now. Okay, come on, plane. It now doesn't want to hold altitude.
Yeah, I don't have an altitude hold on mine. So I've got it trimmed for levelish flight.
Yeah,
It's
that's
kind
what
of
I'm going to
bobbing up
do
and
now.
down.
Come on, trim down, trim down, trim down. Reset master caution. Yeah, there isn't that. Where the hell are you going?
You, me.
No, me.
Okay.
He just wants to climb.
I think this wind is killing us.
Yeah, I think that's helping. At 2,000 feet now. Last
Whoa.
flight, Captain Steve's opened the door to get less weight, and in the plane now the engine cuts to be quicker. Stay at home and be safe. Yeah, exactly.
Where's the fun in that?
But it was fine until I switched the fuel off. It was absolutely fine. And now it just wants to turn left. It's not, the autopilot isn't engaging.
Ooh, nasty. Check to make sure your GPS is in GPS mode. That may have changed. And that you have your alternator on, because maybe that went off when the engine went down.
Alright, we should be good now. Yeah, GPS wasn't in GPS mode,
Ah, jolly good.
but it was when I took off.
Yeah, I think probably that slight visit to terra firma might have changed things. I was in I forget which plane the other day doing an FSE job, and I couldn't get my GPS to turn on. It just wouldn't turn on. So I thought, bugger it, I'll fly by hand. And as I'm flying, I'm sort of checking to see why I can't get it on. And I must have clicked a fuse and popped the avionics fuse out. I popped that back in, turned on the GPS, and programmed it while I was flying.
Happy days. Even the autopilot bailed out. He said, see you later. It's like, nope,
Yeah.
not going there.
Well, it's an expensive piece of kit. It's got to look after itself.
Alright, we should be all good now. Don't touch this. Do not touch the fuel lever. I've got a warning light on.
Oops.
I can't see where there's a reset to turn it off or anything. So I'm not going to touch anything.
What warning is it?
I think it is the alternator.
Ah. That'll be your generator switch, wherever that may be. Because you understand that in about half an hour, all your electrics will shut down if you don't fix it.
Yeah, batteries on, that's on. Fuel pumps off. Pitos off. That's all fine, that side. Yeah, amps I got 0.
Yeah, 0 amps is normal. It just shows you're not discharging.
Okay. Yeah, I got no generator switch. No. Oh well, we'll see what happens. Over water, what's the worst that could happen?
Indeed, I believe those things float.
Yeah, well, we'll soon see. I have a question, Steve. Do you have a donate button at all? Look below the stream. It's been used once. I think it still works. Can't remember what it's linked to. But it is down there. Right, so we're all good. We're in the cruise. Here we are on our slight detour along the way. There, we took a bit of a landing. Output switch on co-pilot side near the bottom. Really? That's the fuse. These warning lights. Yeah, I can pop the fuse out. Yeah, there's nothing there.
Okay, the red switch below or to the left of your dangling keyring should have two parts, battery and alternate.
They're both on.
Okay.
I'll just turn the alternator one off and on again. I've got a red light over there as well. What does that say? Warning. Continuous light after engine start requires immediate investigation. Difficult to investigate whilst up here.
Oops. Did you turn it back on again?
Yeah.
Probably a good plan.
Yeah, perhaps I should fill out my own next of kin card. just leave it on the seat somewhere, just in case. Yeah. Checklist. That's my checklist. Alternator warning light check. Well, it's on. Master switch off. Flight controls check operation. Throttle, master switch, magnetos both. Fuel pump on. Mixture start engaged. Throttle adjust. All pressure checks. Throttle.
Well, the good news is if your amps are showing 0, your battery's not discharging. So you should be okay for the, with emphasis on the word should.
Fire electrical. Low oil pressure, low fuel pressure, electrical failure. Ammeter check. Out switch off. Out circuit breaker reset. Out switch on. Okay, let's try that then.
Cool.
So out switch off. Out circuit breaker reset. I'm guessing I'll do that just by pulling it out and put it back in again.
Yep, as the Archbishop said to the actress.
I'll try both of them anyway. And out switch back on again. No, light's still on. Am I pulling out the right one? Start outfield. Saying got a piece of here. Yeah. Come one, nav one. Engine gauges, stall warning, landing lights, nav lights, anti-collision, panel lights, fuel pump, output. So out, alternator off, that out, that in, is it on? Nope, light's still on. Oh well, I'm not going to worry about it.
Indeed.
we should be good. So there's enough. Well, I should have auto fuel switching turned on, so I shouldn't have to touch the fuel thing. But I hope there's enough in that right tank to get us to where we want to go. Because land is a long way back there and a long way out there.
Yeah, you might not want to rely on that. Just keep an eye on your fuel gauges, because if you use all the fuel in one tank, your plane's going to be heavier on the other.
That would be the least of my worries.
True.
I'd rather not run out of the stuff. Right, how are we doing? Yeah, we got a little way to go yet. So we've run out of fuel. I took off from the wrong end of the runway. I turned the fuel off. Managed to get started, and now we've got an alternator light on. And we may not have enough fuel in the right-hand tank to get us there. Apart from that, it's all going great. The engine doesn't.
It's these highly complex planes we're flying that's doing it to you.
I know. The engine doesn't need the alternator or battery, so you'll keep flying. Exactly. It's just if I stopped, I wouldn't necessarily start again.
Yeah, the problem is the autopilots and the GPS do need the electricity.
Yeah, you might lose nav, AP, etc. Well, we'll worry about that. If I have to hand fly it, I have to hand fly it. I'll see when we get the other end, I'll shut it all down and restart it before we do the second flight.
Good plan.
I could just fix all systems, but I don't want to. I want to see if it actually will get there.
Yeah. Plenty of time to fix all systems if you really get into a crisis. But
yeah, it'll be right. What, you're broken now? I didn't break anything. Just don't go back and watch the beginning of the stream.
Yep, what's done is done. No point in living in the past.
Surely the engine does need the battery unless it's a diesel. No, because it's only there for starting and running the electrics.
Yeah, the mags run off of the engine, so they don't need the battery.
Today's stream brought to you by Sid James and the Carry On team. There's more pressure, see, because there's only two of us.
Now, between us, we've got to make the mistakes for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. I started at the wrong end of the runway, aka chaos. I've killed my plane. I didn't land any cabbage patch fields though, so I'm not Sam. If I come in at full speed or taxi at full speed, that's pineapple. Nos, if I was Nos, I'd have some sort of autopilot issue. What else would it be? Oh, I could do a gas and go, what does this button do? But I think I've already done that. You're boring. Thank you very much for that. Well, don't watch then. I was waiting for that one. Yeah, what does this button do? I think I just solved that one though, Cats. Don't touch this. I know what it does. I still fiddled with it. See, we've all got our thing. Even I'm not supposed to touch it, I'm still going to do it. How low are we? 1,000 feet. I'm trying to stay close to the water in case I have to ditch. I don't want to get too high up. Cruising along at a whopping 90 knots. Ground speed 73 knots. That's normally the other way around. We've normally got a higher ground speed and we have an airspeed. We're flying into a 17 knot headwind.
I dream of 73 knots.
So yeah, this is going to take a while. How much is the game? Varies. Normally around $45, $50.
I think I saw it go on sale today. I could be wrong there.
The plane, the little Tomahawk, was about $25, $30, something like that. Might be in a sale. I haven't looked.
It's $42.
Oh, $42. There we go.
Normally, and I think it is on sale this week.
So yeah, we've got
Could be
a
wrong.
17 knot headwind, so I've got a ground speed of 72 knots. It's like, give me a break. We got all this ocean to go across in tiny little planes. Yeah, that's going to take a while. Oh, it switched to tanks. That's good. It did it itself. So it obviously got down a couple of gallons and switched. That's good. I haven't got to worry about that then. I've just got to worry about the running out of electricity. So Chris is up there ahead of me after my slight detour. If I had any passengers, it would of course be a bonus to arrive alive. I use a joystick and throttles and rudder pedals, etc. So yeah, so there's Chris, there's me, and we're not quite halfway yet.
Yeah, we're actually making quite good time. Better than expected.
Considering the headwind. So we got to stop here at Little Cayman. So we'll stop and reset the electrics and then take off and land there. Thanks very much. Just pedal faster, Steve, to generate energy. Yeah, you think that's what that... Be able to turn a handle. Yeah, cut the pedals with a propeller out of it. I could go a bit quicker. I'm only at like 3/4 throttle. But it's quite happy at 90 knots. Well, 73 knots. I'm going to go make a hot chocolate. I'm struggling to find the donate button. So if you go to the Twitch page, look. Here's the Twitch page. There's the stream. Big button there that says donate. One that says YouTube, one that says Discord, one that says Twitter, one that says chat rules, and one that says my PC specs, which I actually need to update because a lot of that is wrong now. There we go. Well, with this headwind, throttling up isn't going to gain me much. It'll just get louder. And I'll use more fuel. I need to conserve the fuel.
Yeah, it's not really so much the throttle as volume control.
You're on the Twitch PC app. Is there a Twitch PC app? Okay, I'm guessing there is then. Just go to the Twitch through Google then. I don't expect you to donate, Liam. No, this is a paid aircraft, the Tomahawk. Yeah, this plane wouldn't do 150. Well, it probably would in a dive, but I'm not doing that.
Yeah, especially not in this wind. It'll probably break apart.
Yeah, I've had it cruising at about 110. Yeah, quite happy here at 90. So if you just joined, here's our adventure this evening. Someone stupidly said that it might be a good idea to fly the Tomahawk in the Cayman Islands, and then realised that to get from where we came to last week here at Georgetown across to Little Cayman, there's a 75-mile bit of water in the middle. So that's going to be the interesting bit, which may get in there. But with a 17-knot headwind, it's slowing me down. I'm doing 80 knots, 90 knots, sorry, but it's slowing me down to 72. So that's not good. No idea what the ETA is. Depends on the weather. It says another 42 minutes to get to the final destination. And we're arriving there. MWCB is the final airport. So this is Bodden Field is the next one. So we'll stop, reset the electrics, take off, and then fly the 11 miles straight into to Captain Charles, which is big enough then to take something a bit bigger out of next Wednesday, where I think we're probably going to go down to, we're going to Montego Bay, isn't it, Chris?
Yes, Mon.
So
Montego Bay.
Montego Bay, man. So down to Montego Bay next week. It's only 100 and something miles, so I might just step it up slightly for that one. Maybe go with the Archer or something like that. Something a little bit quicker, but not too quick. But
Or we could just do a double leg and end up in Dominican Republic.
Or could do that. You've been there, says Liam. Exactly. But this Saturday there's going to be a long flight. We did 7 3/4 hours last Saturday, flying west coast to east coast USA, where we did Los Angeles to Denver, Denver to Chicago, Chicago to New York. The Saturday before we flew up into Scandinavia. Saturday before we flew from the UK down to Fuerteventura. This Saturday, don't know what. It'll be starting about the same sort of time again, sort of 6 o'clock. And we're thinking Australia or New Zealand, because it'll be light. And then Sunday afternoon. Sorry, go on, Chris.
Or both.
Or both. Yeah, a bit of a trek there between Australia and New Zealand.
Indeed.
Whereas it's quite interesting last Saturday, because we did like an hour and 40 minutes between landings. So it's quite nice. Time you climbed, cruised a bit and descended. So I want to try and do the same sort of thing in Australia.
Cool.
I'll say yes, and Sunday afternoon we will carry on in Madagascar, where we got to last Sunday. So plenty of flying, but maybe something else from me tomorrow night as well. Don't know what to stream tomorrow. And then Friday night will be ETS2 multiplayer. So yes, I don't normally stream. I do normally stream on a Wednesday, but normally it's Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Liam. He cued the happy music. Thought it'd never end. Thank you, Liam. You didn't need to do that. I forgot what the music was when someone donated. It's been such a long time. But thank you very much, dude. You shouldn't do. You're a poor student. When I was doing my training on C-150s, the club got a Tomahawk. I flew it a couple of times and I didn't like it much. Don't remember why. Well, that's what Chris is in, the 150. There you go. That's what Chris is in. Which I should probably end up with in my hangar as well. I've bankrupted you. I didn't tell you to donate. I flew close to 50 hours in a Tomahawk and love the stupid little thing. It's a great plane, Sam. Just don't look at the fact this light's on and don't ask why. Yeah, evening, Sam. Nothing to see here.
The light's there for Christmas.
It is, yeah, and this one over here. Well, with Liam's donation, that's going towards the 150 now. So thank you, Liam. It's only going to cost me £12.08. I'll actually plus the cut that PayPal will take.
Just bear in mind that from next Tuesday it's $29 instead of $22.
Yeah, I was flying along and all of a sudden the engine cut out.
For no apparent reason that anyone can determine.
Yeah, there's no video evidence of anything happening at the beginning of the stream. Or someone's made a clip. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, it's a plane. It's a plane. It's a plane. It's a Colombian plane. Okay, but that's dusty. Where are we getting traffic from? Let's look at the radar. Copa Airlines. Not the Copa. Oh, there he is. Copa Airlines at 25,900 feet. So I am back down there somewhere. Shame you can't see me. You can see it, but it can't see me. Trolling along. Hang on, so where? Oh, there he is. That's the plane I was just following up there. Look. I've lost Chris now. Uh-oh.
Who?
Is that because you've raced ahead?
I don't think you can call what I'm doing racing.
I'm giving it some speed.
No, I've got you behind me still.
Oh, I don't know if I can handle this power. I'm going to get a nosebleed in a minute. Is that land? No, it's the horizon. Would you like a copy of my IRL pilot's handbook and checklist? I've got a checklist, Sam. The checklist actually showed me what to do in the event of electrical failure. Out switch off, reset the circuit breaker and put it back on again. It didn't work. So we have a handy little checklist device. But I'm hoping I've got enough electricity until I land, then I can turn it all off and turn it back on again, because that always works.
I think you'll have caught up with me in a couple of minutes, so we can just throw an extension lead over.
Yeah. No, but it'll take a parachute and a rubber ring. A rubber ducky. It's fine. You have no confidence in the little plane. Oh god, I'm nearly pushing 100 knots now. The wings are going to fall off in a minute.
Whoa!
Oh yes, PayPal took 45p. Good old PayPal. It's what you may or may not have done before start that concerns me. No, the starting was fine. The takeoff was fine. I might have been at the wrong end of the runway. The takeoff was fine. It was going lovely. It was going really nice. I was just looking at the fuel gauge, and then it all happened. He has done what shall be referred to as a Steve. I do, but again, in close to 50 hours, I never saw those Christmas lights. Well, it's nearly Christmas. It's December. I thought I'd put some lights on. This one does say, though, oh, God, hang on. Continuous light after engine start requires immediate investigation. I think that might be a tad serious, but I'm not worrying. Not at all. It's the fact that I'm over water. It's fine.
Oh, look, you're not going to get a fire, are you?
If I do, it'll go out pretty quickly. Gonna go chuck some tungsten. Is that what they call it now? Have a safe flight. Try to get to the destination without bombing into the sea. We'll try, and thank you again for the donation, Liam. That will go towards the little Cessna 150 tomorrow. To be fair, it just says you have to investigate, not that there's an actual problem. Yeah, exactly, Gaz. It just says look at it. It doesn't say hang on. It's not like your engine warning light. Or that just says check engine. It doesn't say there is a problem with it. It just says check it. This is saying investigate it. Did I swap fuel tanks in the air? There's no video evidence of that at all. I did not try and swap fuel tanks in the air. Just pull the bulb out, it'll be fine. That's a good idea. There is a fuse down here for the lights, I think. Let me just try that. Storm warning, landing lights, nav lights, engine gauges. Oh, it stayed on. Oh, that's the fuel one. Let's see, it works. Temperature, warning lights. No, it still stayed on. Damn it! What's the point of having a warning light fuse when the warning lights stay on? No, Sam. I did not try and switch tanks. I was looking at the fuel gauge, seeing how much there was, and I accidentally came down here and must have clicked the button with my mouse, and the fuel gauge went clunk. And the plane went blue. And I just managed to get it started again as I touched down on the ground. Now I'm going to reset my FS Cloud because I can't see you in front of me yet. I should be quite close.
Yeah, very close. Close enough I can see the shape of your plane.
Usually a red light that won't go out is not such a good thing, but Godspeed, my friend. May your God go with you. Yeah. So again, what's this button do? See that? I was doing a gas. Why does I push this? Ah, there we go. Chris is in front of me again.
Hey.
But no, we're all good. As long as we've got enough electricity. I better not try and charge my phone anywhere. Not that there's any USBs in here. That is basically a flying tractor. I bet Chris didn't do that and had no reds. You don't want to see the inside of Chris's plane, Sam.
Nope, nothing to see here.
And the fact that he's got sunglasses, that when you put them on, it gets darker. Not happy. And it's on sale. And now I've got £4.55 towards it. It's going to happen. How long left? To get to the end, 20 minutes apparently. Yeah, till he lands or crashes. You've got a lot of faith in my flying, haven't you? Actually, well, yeah, I have 3 landings last Saturday. One was buttery. One was landing on a taxiway. and one was nearly landing at the airport. Upside down. I don't even think the priest would get in here with me. Like, what's that warning light on? No, it's fine. I'll go and ride with Chris.
Unfortunately, my plane's full. I've got my tow bar in the back.
Yeah, I see your plane has all the modern conveniences, judging by that suction gauge. Oh yeah. It's an old plane. I don't know when these things are actually built, but it's not a modern plane by any standards.
Tomahawk was the early 70s, I believe.
It's older than me. He fought the autopilot, and the autopilot won. Well, this has got... Oh, shit, hang on. Nothing to see here. I can't take... Oh, no. There's no autopilot here. Nothing to see. There's nothing there. It's not fitted with a 530 or anything.
Nothing like that.
Nothing like that. And Chris has got a choice of radio navigation in his.
It's amazing, all the modcon from the 1950s.
Yeah, he's even got a dipstick so he can check his oil. That is, I love that.
And fuel.
And fuel. Yeah, that's really cool. You can blame the priest for trying to switch to fuel tanks. That's a good idea. See, it was Priesty that was sat here. He went, what does this button do? And the plane started to dive.
Father Gaz,
yeah. It was built last week on Blue Peter. Balsa wood and sticky back plastic. Oh yeah, and some old washing up bottles. Hey, it's a great little plane. And again, it does say, for passengers wanting to travel with me, a bonus to arrive alive. Or not wet, in this case. Oh, don't spoil it, Sam. You can bind a key to set sunglasses on and off in X-Plane, much like the flashlight and night vision. Yeah, but as soon as Chris picked them up off the dash, it got darker. That's pretty cool. Does that say made by Airfix on the side? Hey, you've got this plane, Chaos. And isn't your registration G Chaos? Did Chaos have this? I know Sam's got it. This is G Sam's.
I can't remember.
Yeah. Then Dory had one that said F Ishii. I can't remember what. No, you don't own it. I thought you did.
Well, you should.
Yeah, well, you should. I had to paint Sir Stick with some felt markers. Hey, I had a paint stir stick with some felt markers on to dip the tanks. Nice. Yeah, it's an awesome plane to fly in real life and X-Plane. I love it. It's such a cracking little plane. And really, really well detailed as well, including an illuminating alternator light. We know it works. Yeah, G Sam's. Yeah, that's the one you had. Oh, hello, Chris is over there. What are you doing over there? Am I off course?
Just going to come in from the west. Straight into the wind almost.
Let's make a slight turn then. Then panic, that was me backing the throttle off.
By way of the fuel switch.
No, not by way of the fuel switch. By way of the throttle. the plane's fine. It's just the pilot that worries me, says Red Till Dead. I love how you all have confidence in my abilities. For those of you who watched the Train Sim stream the other day and the OMSI stream last night, then I can see why. If and when I win the lottery, I'll definitely purchase a PA-38 and park it next to my 757. You know, that has to be a hell of a lottery win. Small plane, yes, I can certainly see the benefits. You know, I would go out and buy a 172 or something and learn to do my PPL. Right, so here we are in FS Cloud. So that's where we're heading for, a little Cayman. And then we'll land there, reset the electricity, and take off and go over to here. Yeah, it's not the buying, it's keeping the bugger. Well, that's true. Well, aircraft...
Paying for the 100 ml fuel.
Yeah. It's like buying aircraft, like buying a ship in it, or yacht. It's not the buying the thing, it's the costs of, you know, parking it somewhere, the annual inspection, fuel. Are you forgetting that you're streaming? We're all watching everything. Well, I'm not doing a thing. You haven't got the webcam turned. No, the webcam's not on, you're fine. I do forget sometimes I am streaming. I spend so much of my time sat in this chair just talking. I think they still use the PA-38 at Tollerton where I flew. Not sure if Truman Aviation is still there though. Oh, that who you flew with? Yeah, there's a few schools near me here. A few light aircraft take off from a small runway grass strip not far from here. Right, so we should be able to see land, in fact.
Yep, I can.
Land ahoy. See, I had every faith in the plane. Not there yet. The plane I used most was nicknamed Biggie. Sure, that's not what they were saying about you when you walked towards it. Oh, GB Golf Bravo Golf India. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately I'm not a rich YouTuber and streamer. I can't afford flying lessons.
Right, sunglasses on so I can look cool while landing.
Oh, he wasn't as fat. He wasn't as large then, I think, is the. Yeah, I shall turn. Right, so heading of 103 roughly in a bit.
Right, runway's in sight, only another hour or so to go.
Yeah, you can see it. It's just a long way away. Oh, you're slightly more aerodynamic back then. Well, a circle is really aerodynamic. So you're heading back towards being aerodynamic. I've got my winter padding on. Unfortunately, it's the winter from 7 years ago, but it's still on. Where the heck? I can't see a flipping runway.
Just beyond all the trees.
Actually, yeah, I might be able to, just in there.
Oh well, don't have to slow down to put my flaps out.
In plain terms, I was a 737, now I'm a 747. Oh, very good. I like that. Right, so the first of 2 landings then. Well, hopefully landings.
Oh, how brilliant is this SFD Global? These trees, amazing.
It's a great addition, isn't it? Yeah, see you, Sam.
Bye. Not the largest runway in the world.
Good thing we're in small planes then.
Indeed.
I'm still not actually seeing a runway. Oh, yes I am. Is that it? Oh yeah. I have the, well, you can call it a runway. You already have one landing. Cough, cough.
The second of 3 landings.
Yeah, the second of 3 land. That was a practice landing.
Wow, that's narrow. And it started raining.
Oh God. At least we're landing into the wind.
True. My ground speed must be about -10.
Land backwards. 150s have 40 degrees flaps too, so short runways aren't a problem.
Yeah, just in this gusting wind, you really don't want to be using too much flaps. I've got them on 20 at the moment. See if I can land this thing on the stall horn.
Oh God, yeah, trees.
Oh, brilliant. Stall horn as I touch down.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a little bit blustery.
There's a 172 bolt here. It's massive.
Brave pilot getting that in here. Moustache, good evening. You can't really call this a runway, can you?
No, it's kind of a few paving slabs laid end to end.
Butter.
Nice.
Okay, bit difficulty keeping it on the runway after I landed, but oh, typical. The wind's dropped now. Seven knots. Right, so the first of, well, 3 landings for me, 2 proper landings. Okay. Parking brake on. Shutting down. See the alternator lights still come back on. Okay, now I might do is do a fix all systems. Oh, still on. I don't want a fuel pump on. Oh, hello. Yeah, the engine won't turn over now.
Lovely.
Yeah, nothing.
Maybe do a reload aircraft.
It's just going, you. So it knows there's a problem. Isn't there a thing here that... Oh, damn it, it did it itself. And put me back at the original flipping airport.
Oh dear.
That's fine. Change location. MWCL. And we'll go there. Okay. Get out a hand prop it. What could go wrong? Oh yeah. Right, there we go. There we go. Engine's running.
Any lights?
Yep, still on, but not the red one.
Ah, jolly good.
So that's all good. Anti-collision lights on. Right, so we're now heading a whole 11 miles at 88, heading of 88. What's my favourite payware plane in X-Plane? Probably the Quest Kodiak, which has now just been updated and is pretty awesome. Right, Chris is taxiing. Let's follow him down the other end. This is going to be up there though, as far as quality is concerned.
I mean, anything but Just Flight is brilliant.
Yeah. And they've got the Robin coming soon, the DR400.
Indeed.
Yeah, really like the Kodiak. Really like the 732 twin jet. That's so well detailed. I need to reinstall that because that has got some issues. Doesn't like climbing, descending, accelerating, or slowing down. Apart from that, it's great. Oh, and flying level. Yeah.
What do you need all those things for?
Yeah. But it hasn't got a jiggling key. This has. So an 11-mile hop then to our final airport of the evening. Shorter flight tonight. And take 2, action. We haven't got there yet. Said more flying on Saturday at some point. I need to work out a flight schedule. So another long stream on Saturday. I will do something tomorrow night. Don't know what yet. I've done train sim this week. I've done OMSI. I've done flight. Possibly some firm bus, maybe. We'll see. Do you own a Just Flight Piper Warrior 2? No, I've got the Archer.
Yeah, I've got the Warrior. Lovely little plane.
Yeah, this
It's
thing,
basically the Arrow with the lower power engine and fixed gear.
yeah, this thing is just lovely. Right, ready when you
Just
are.
gonna restart my FS Cloud because I've lost you visually.
Oh, okay. I'm here. I'm waving. He disappeared. He shall reappear any second.
Hopefully.
Even the tick over sound. He's behind you. Well, it's panto season. Does that mean one of us has got to be dressed as a dame?
And unable to say sausages.
Exactly.
Okay, still can't see you, so I guess I'll just get out of here.
Yeah, I've got your name there, but not your plane yet. I'll reset mine.
That's all good.
No, I'm doing
Oh,
that.
there you are. You just appeared.
Oh,
You
well.
just disappeared.
I've just reset my FS Cloud.
Timing is...
Right, there we go. That was very good. I like what he did there. I was waiting for the long pause to then go everything. There we are. Right, you've reappeared. Right, Chris is on his way.
Oops, took some grass with me.
The Chuckle Brothers. To me, to you. And now he's just going to me. Oh. Good thing this is only a small airport. We don't want to get a big plane around here. Right, Chris is in the air. Let's go follow him. For the whole 11 miles.
Caution.
We'll serve
On
snacks in half an hour.
On taxiway.
I'm not on the taxiway. This is the runway. Stay on the patio. I mean runway. Yeah. Even the I think he was getting confused, going on taxiway. No. Right, so across the bay we go. Light still on. for for a whole 11 miles. Climbing at a whole 70 knots. Such an awesome little plane. And SFD Global doing a great job with this scenery. Well, I think that's our runway down there. Yeah.
If I was in the cab, I would land on this beach.
Yeah, I have the runway in sight. Both of them. The one we just took off from and the one we're flying to. Oh, slow it down, Nessie. Yeah, so next week we'll carry on from here in something a little bit bigger and make our way over to Montego Bay. Blimey, that's close. You could have swam there. What, 11 miles? Could have almost driven there. Well, I think driving through that would have been interesting. It would have probably taken a while. So, well, actually, there is a road around there, but then you'd have come to this wet bit in the middle. It's like, So I suppose by the time you drove through all this lot, got up to the end here, got a ferry across, it's actually quicker to fly. So yes, we'll carry on from here next Wednesday, whereas hopefully then there'll be a few more of us. In something a little bit bigger. I might drag the Archer out or something like that again next week, or even like the TB10 or something I haven't flown for a while. I've got plenty in the hangar that might need a good dusting off. Just to confuse, Chris is streaming his flight on Discord.
Oh, I actually just turned it on for the landing. Forgot to turn it off again. Oops.
Oh, okay.
Never mind, the next landing's in a few minutes, so there we go.
So he's in the he's in the 150.
Right, I'm lined up.
It wasn't very much of a gap, was it, between taking off and landing?
Haven't even got as far as turning my landing light off yet.
So I'll back it off somewhat. We've only got a 6 knot headwind now. 2 for the price of 1. You are generous, Steve. Well, yeah, no, we do landings and stuff. Yeah, so there's the runway with a sailing ship at the end of it. It doesn't look very long as a runway. It's supposed to be an international airport. I suppose that only has to mean it flies to another country. So it's... And Chris is down there. So we'll change our heading. This plane's going to have to go in for maintenance when I get there, because it won't start if I turn the engine off. The solution, of course, being don't turn the engine off.
Fair enough.
I've had cars like that in the past that like to jump start and then do a long journey, and the top, whatever you do, don't turn the engine off. So you've got to pray at every junction you don't stall it, because you know damn well it won't start at the other end. You've been there too many times. Yeah, exactly. Evening. Alright, so coming in for the final landing.
Flaps, flaps.
I've had cars like that, park on a hill. Exactly. Bump start it to get it started, and then hope you don't stall on the way to wherever you're going.
Unstable, unstable.
I know I'm unstable. Stop telling me. I'm trying to hang back now to keep behind Chris. I can just see him up ahead of me. You're very unstable. I've seen you drive a bus. This is true. It's hard work trying to hang back. I can still see Chris in front of me.
Yeah, my approach speed is pretty damn slow. It's supposed to be 60 miles an hour.
Like 100 feet off the water. Can't call yourself stable when you drive an Enviro over people's front lawns and stuff. Shh. There's no evidence of that. And blue Renault Clio's getting in my way.
Okay, let's see how long we can keep the stall on this time.
I'm more concerned about ending up in the water. It's going to be really odd getting back in a jet on Saturday after flying this. Oh, Chris has just stopped in front of me.
Long landing.
It's a good 3 or 4 seconds stall on there.
1,000 feet remaining.
Butter. Perfectly controlled landing. You're approaching the runway and the plane stopped in front of you.
That's fair enough.
I see a bit of FS Cloud lag there. It just had you stationary in front of me, so I had to just go round you.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely.
Dark Pick Duck. What a great name. Thanks very much for the follow. There's a plane there about to move, I think.
Oh, there's actually some quite big parking spots in this airport.
We'll go up here in between these two. and spin it around. There we go. No. All the switches off and open the door and put the tie downs on, which I can't do for some strange reason. Okay, won't tie it down, then we'll leave it there. So there we go. So we made it from wherever it was we started out, Grand Cayman, all the way back over there to Little Cayman, where we stopped just, and then have now made it here to Cayman Pack or something it's called. Yeah, Cayman Brack. Never heard of it. So next Wednesday we will take off from here and head over to Montego Bay. Depending on the aircraft, you may even do a bit of a stop at Montego Bay, and then possibly down to Norman Manley International.
Norman Manley.
Or it could even be controversial and do a sea landing, because there's a harbour. So we could take something with some floaty bits on the bottom.
I'll tell you what, if you turn on experimental mode, the floaty bits actually work nicely now.
Ooh. Yeah, cheers Red Till Dead. So that's next Wednesday. This Saturday we'll be doing a long flight again. So last Saturday's was 7 3/4 hours, probably in Australia or somewhere. And this Sunday we will be carrying on in Madagascar. But before then I'll be back tomorrow night with something, no idea what yet. Back on Friday night with some trucking, and yeah, so plenty of stuff to come. So thanks to that man, if I get this out of the way, there next to me. Thank you, Chris. We'll see you on Sunday.
Thank you, I really enjoyed that. Love these little planes.
Oh, it's great. I should be buying that one you've got tomorrow. So there we are. I'll be back tomorrow night with something else. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Say goodbye, Chris.
Goodbye, Chris.